than 3 because they're weak. What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Brian Redmond. And yes, we are back for yet another relationship rehab episode. Tonight, I'm going to just kind of dive right in because I really don't know what's going to happen with this conversation that I'm trying to have. I don't know if this is going to be one of them YouTube no things, so I'm going to just try to get right into it. So without further ado.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
Okay. So, if you're watching this, please click the like button. And I guess one of the first things that I wanted to do was, I want to ask the question, and then we'll see where this goes. So I know I'm not going to say the C word. I know I ain't going to do that. I'm good on that. I already know about that. I ain't going to do that. So with that being said, y'all will know henceforth what the C word actually means. You know what it is. Okay. So here's my thing. Mask mandates are they an attack on our freedom? So, and I see somebody here in the chat, they put up there, no, they're not an attack on our freedom. I don't know if Money More is still in the chat or not, but I don't know what you guys think. If you guys, agree or disagree, if Money More is still in the chat, I would love to get an explanation on that. So here's my other question is, if they are not an attack on our freedom, then I have to ask this question. Why would we let our government decide on when masks are mandated and when they're not? Because the other part to that is, and this is one of the things I said when I was posting the show, when you give up power, it's never given back. Power is something that is taken. Power is something, when you give up your power, when you give it up, somebody else takes it and they don't give it back. So if we're giving our government the authority to tell us when we have to wear masks, then what else would they be inclined to be able to tell us when and what to do? And I think that this is one of those things to where just because you're scared, just because you're afraid of something, it doesn't mean that you give up your freedoms for it. Great point, Marcus. Marcus Speaks says 9/11, for instance. A lot of our freedoms were given up because of 9/11. Because we were afraid and we didn't know if we would ever be attacked again. We didn't know why we were attacked. There were so many different reasons, so many different scenarios, issues. We didn't know what happened, why it happened, and the biggest thing about it was we didn't know if it was going to happen again. And because of that, we were willing to give up a lot of our own civil freedoms that we have to this day not gotten back yet and won't. Homeland Security, Privacy Act, all that kind of stuff, we forfeited all of that because we were afraid as a people. And we allowed our government to do whatever the hell they wanted to do with those freedoms. So I guess my question is, why would we need to have a mask mandate? Why would we need to have that to where because even when we had one, right? We did have one. And when we had one, was there a stop in the transmission of the C word? That's just one of the points of contention that I have for this. It's saying, if we are doing this particular thing that you want us to do, is there any scientific evidence that shows that this stops it? Now, I know over the summer, over last year, back in 2020, it was to slow the spread. It was not slow the spread. It was the flattening the curve was the hot topic. That was the phrase to use. But it didn't. And everybody was blamed at every point in turn for whatever reason of people wearing their mask and still catching it. People weren't wearing their mask and still catching it. People were saying there were several people that were having events with no mask and people were still getting it. People were having several events where they had masks and people were still getting it. The CDC, Dr. Fauci, told us that we didn't have to wear masks. Then they told us we did. Then they said we didn't. Then they said we did. Then they said they don't really work. Then they said if you wear 2 or 3 of them, it might work. Then they said the kids don't need to wear it. Then they said the kids do need to wear it. Then they said the kids should have never worn it. So that is my other thing, is the inconsistency of what our government agencies are telling us and our government officials are telling us. There's a lot of inconsistencies there, which is 2. The third one is our own government officials aren't obeying the rules that yet and still they want to put on us. That's 3. So if we have all of this inconsistency, if we have all of these things that we can clearly see factual evidence of this thing not working, the masks that we were told we had to use were N95. Yet, everybody bought every other kind of mask under the sun but the N95 mask. Matter of fact, the only person I even know who even wore an N95 mask consistently was my wife. The only one I know. Everybody else had on these fancy masks. They had the 49ers, they had the Cowboys, they had the Louis Vuitton, right, like Louis V is really making a mask. They had all these fancy ass masks. They were beautiful. Had rhinestones on it, had their lips on them. They had tiger prints. They matched their shirt and their shoes. They were fashion statements, indeed. If nothing less, they were fashion statements. But my question is, if they didn't work anyway, what's the purpose of a mandate for something that doesn't work? Now, some people will try to argue the point and say, well, here's why we need to do them. We need to do them because it could potentially help us from okay, well, if there's a potential, then there's no guarantee. It's the same thing with the injection of the therapeutic. If I know that this is not a guaranteed fix, why would I take it? Other point would be, if I know that this is not a guaranteed fix, why would I even be mandated to take it? When, in fact, there has not been any type of therapeutic mandate ever. Now, there have been vaccine mandates have occurred, but they were vaccines. This is not that. They were approved by the FDA. This is not that. And I understand that those things take time. And the point is, if they take time, then why do I need to take it now? Why can't I take time? That's my question. And I don't understand why no one else is asking those questions. And here's my thing. I'm not even one of those people that say, oh man, I'm just anti V word. No, that's not what I'm saying. That is not what I'm saying. But I be damned if I let somebody tell me that I need to take something that they don't even know what the fuck is in it, and they don't even know if it works. Now, do I know what's in every vaccine that I've ever took since childhood? Nope. But I can tell you one goddamn thing. There are certain things that I have taken that this shit worked. I took a polio vaccine with that big ass gun when I was a kid, and you got the polio and the MMR and all that shit, and you was crying in the school, and they had the shot things on. I got the little mark on my arm right now. I remember taking the polio thing. It had a little metallic taste to it. The shit tasted terrible. I was even more willing to take 2 shots of that and instead of no shot, just because I don't like needles. But, oh, thanks, bro. But my question would be then, if it's all about doing what's best for the people, which I totally get and I'm totally for, then why would you have me take something that you can't guarantee and you can't prove to me it works? Shout out to my brother G Dot. Thanks for reminding me about the chat, bro. That's all I'm asking. And I don't understand why other people are not asking this question. Now, here's my thing. If you want it, I am in 1,000% support of you getting it. If you want to wear a mask, I'm in 1,000% support of you wearing it. My only question is, name another time where wearing a mask and you getting a shot was my responsibility to help you. I can choose as a woman can choose if she is going to murder a fetus or not. She has complete autonomy over that. That choice is hers alone. Even though it takes 2 to create a life, she is in total control and has the power of life and death, like God himself, to choose if that life comes forward or not. Yes, there is no mandate. There is nothing but that person's choice. If I get cancer today and it's stage 4, although there is not a cure, but there is a therapeutic called chemotherapy that I can take, I have a choice as to whether or not if I can take it or not, or if I want to just die on my own at home. Right? I get to choose what goes in and out of my body. If I am ill, if I'm sick, and there is a procedure that could potentially save my life, it is still my choice as to if I can go forward with that procedure or choose to live with my affliction. And however that turns out, whether I live in excruciating pain or if I die in 3 months or 3 years, I have the choice if I want to go through with a medical procedure or not. Just giving you some ideas and some thoughts about choice. Here's a really good one, and this is like pretty much a fair comparison. Over, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong because I could be, over 400,000 people die each year due to alcohol poisoning. whether they drink themselves to death, whatever the case may be, at least 400,000 people every year die from alcohol poisoning. Not to mention the amount of people that are alcoholics that have such an addictive characteristic to alcohol that if they drink it, they will not only destroy themselves, but others around them. However, I still, as an alcoholic, an addict, I get to choose if I want to drink or not. I also get to choose if I want to go to Alcoholics Anonymous or not. And even during a pandemic, the alcohol store, the liquor store, is considered an essential entity and remains open. Something that claims the lives of upwards of 400,000 people a year is still a given choice to me if I want to partake in it or not. However, when you compare that to a virus that has a 99.6 survival rate, that means if 100 people catch it, that means that 99.6 of the motherfuckers that catch it are going to make it. Why don't I have the same choice if I want to catch that virus or not? Has there ever been a mandated virus vaccination for the flu? Hundreds of thousands of people die from the flu every year. H1N1, 100,000 died. Why don't I have that choice with the flu that I have with alcoholism, that I have with abortion, that I have with the C word? What is so different about this that my government feels it should not be my choice? And those that are in support of it say the same exact thing. That is my question that I'm asking. Because what it seems to me, it seems as though there is just a grab for power. There are some people up in Washington, D.C. that really get their rocks off and get their jollies off by telling not just me, but every fucking American on God's green earth what the fuck to do. Because every last one of these key influential politicians that have been in support of all of this mandate, lockdown, all of this shit, they have all violated it. Y'all do get that part, right? And all they do is get on TV and say it was a poor judgment call. And everybody's okay with it. And I want to know, what is it about us as the everyday American people to where we're not asking this question and we're just shutting our fucking mouths and just letting them tell us what they want us to do? We got this whole mentality as people. And I understand why they call so many of us sheeple, where we don't want to figure out shit. We don't want to research a goddamn thing. We have this mentality of just tell me what to do, please. Tell me what to do. Just tell us what to do. Just please tell me what to do. Don't ask you no questions. Please don't ask you no questions. Just tell me what to do, please. Oh, shout out to Tara. Tara, thank you for joining the membership. You are on a new level.
I'm I'm on a new level. I'm on it. I'm on a new level. I'm on it. I'm on a new level. I'm on it. I'm on a new level. I'm on a new.
Yes, sir. But that's my thing. We don't want to ask questions. We don't want to be responsible for our own actions. We don't even want to be held accountable. We just want somebody to tell us what to do. And then we take it so far, and here's where the old whip cracking slave shit come into play. If I let them tell me what to do, now I'm gonna tell you, look, just tell us, just tell, they telling you what to do, you gotta just go do it, man. Huh? So you telling me that because you letting them tell you what to do, you want me to do it too so I can be in the same boat with your ass? If that ain't some old slave I just got put on the plantation 2 weeks ago and been buck broken type of shit I've ever heard, it's unbelievable. It's really something to just see to where politics has moved us in this country with this identity politics shit. It's gotten to the point to now we all want you to do what we want you to do. And that's one of my biggest beefs with the whole entire liberal democratic ideology. Do what I tell you to do. Like they my mama. I only got one. Only needed one. Amazing lady, raised me, did the best she could. I love her for it. I don't need no more mamas. I'm good. I don't need no more daddies. I'm good. They have this thing where they think they know what's best for us, and we should not only listen to it, but shut the fuck up and don't question them about it. And just go back and look over the pandemic time. Each and every last one of them did some fuck shit around it. And just call them out. I'll call them out for you. Let's start with Pelosi. Mask mandate, everybody got to wear it, everybody got to put it on, got to wear it, got to put it on, got to wear it, got to put it on. What she do? I go get my hair done, fuck that shit, I ain't wearing one. That's what she did. Right? Go to the governor of Illinois, Pritzker. Shut down everything, y'all. Everybody take your ass, stay y'all punk ass in the house. Don't nobody open up for nothing. Don't nobody go nowhere. Don't nobody go do nothing. Me and my family about to go live on this yacht for the next 30 days. Bye-bye. Gavin Newsom. Everybody shut down. Don't nobody do nothing. Don't nobody go nowhere. Stay y'all ass in the house. Everything's closed. Don't open up nothing. Don't talk to nobody. Don't go see nobody. Don't go to church. Don't do nothing. Hey, I'd like to rent out that fancy, swanky, restaurant. Yep, the French cuisine. Yep. I got me and 15 of my friends. We gonna come through. Ain't nobody wearing a mask. Y'all cook for us. We gonna pay for it. It's all good. Just keep going down the road. Mayor Lightfoot. Shout out to Chicago. Same thing. Everybody shut down. Don't nobody go nowhere. Don't nobody do nothing. Everybody keep quiet. Everybody stay in the house. Close everything. Close everything. Close everything. I'm going to get my hair done, and I ain't wearing a motherfucking mask. Fuck that. Meanwhile, you take your ass to an airport. You take your ass to go get on a plane or some shit. They will put your punk ass on the no-fly list. They tell your ass at the airport, motherfucker, not only do you gotta wear a mask, but you gotta wear it the way I tell you. You better put it all over your nose or we gonna put your ass the fuck off this plane. You better put this motherfucker on or your ass ain't gonna be able to fly no more. Now me, I'm a mask shit talking motherfucker, but now when I'm in that airport, I was like a motherfucking, I was like a 6-year-old kid. I put my mask on all over this area, and then I put my finger over my mouth just to make sure that motherfucker wouldn't come off. Yup, thank you, Easy. Obama just threw a big ass party. Hundreds of people. Mask off. Mask off. Mask off. Everybody's like Future. But they want to have the mandate in place. Children. The most immune group to this shit. The virus is literally like water off their back. If you put it on them, it's gonna shoot right on down to the ass and just go the fuck off and skeet off into the floor, and that's it. They don't get the shit. And I've even seen these fucking bullshit ass stories where they say, yeah, this one 9-year-old kid died from COVID. And I'm like, bullshit. But whatever. If it's 1 or 10 out of how many millions? Hundreds of millions? All right, fine. Why would we make them wear it when all of these teachers, because that's what they're saying is for the teachers, we the ones that's really concerned about this because we got to be in these schools. Yep, and I know a lot of teachers are overweight. A lot of teachers got comorbidities. A lot of teachers got the sugar. A lot of teachers got a lot of problems. Great. Fine, no problem. Put your mask on and go get all 3 of them motherfucking shots if you want them. They giving them to you. They everywhere. You can trip and fall and land on a Moderna. You walk out your front door and motherfucking Johnson & Johnson will hit you upside the head like a newspaper in the morning. Once y'all have it, you got the therapeutic, you got the shot. Why in the hell do you need my kid to get it? Why does my kid need to wear a mask? This is insane. And people aren't asking this question. They're just saying, man, that's what they say to do. You got to just do it. Just do it. They tell you, man. We don't know what effects this may have on children. We don't know what long-lasting effects this shit can have on us. If y'all don't think that there's a potential for the overlay, for the underlay, shout out to my man Chris Sykes. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Hit your boy with $5. If you can't tell me that there's not even a possibility of there being some lasting effects of this, then you're just not a smart person. And the last time I checked, out of all of the shit that they have that's been prescribed from some pharmaceutical company over the past 30 years, there's always some type of side effect. And y'all think that that's nothing to be concerned about? To at least to say, well, hey, not that I'm telling you not to do it, but I shouldn't have to. The fact that they came back and said, hey, the fact, motherfuckers that got this, you shout out to my man Brass, man, take it, hit your boy with $5, appreciate it. The fact that I know now that the people who have taken it, now they potentially are now super spreaders for it. Does that give me confidence that this shit is working? Here's my point. Because I understand that there are a lot of people that will look at this and say, well, damn, what the fuck are we supposed to do? Here's my point. Here's what the fuck we supposed to do. Those of you that want it should take it. Those of you that actually know that, hey, I got comorbidities, I'm sickly, I catch the flu every year, I catch a cold every 2 weeks, I need it, you absolutely should take it. You're 72 years old, you're just an old motherfucker, you absolutely should take it. And once you take it, you still think you might get it, stay your ass in the house, put a mask on. That's exactly what you should do. All of the rest of us that don't want to take it, if we catch it, let our bodies do what it does. Just like mine did. Got my sense of taste back. My sense of smell is coming back. I'm on the mend. Living proof. I ain't been on no respirator, ain't been on no ventilator, ain't been doing the percolator. I ain't did none of that shit. That's all it is. It's one of those things where, hey, if you are in decent health, you'll be fine. You fat as fuck, you got that motherfucking asthma and all that shit, nigga, you in trouble. You need to stay your ass in the house. You need to go take every fucking vaccine you possibly can, take vitamins, all that kind of shit, and start taking your ass to the gym to go work out. This is one of the biggest wake-up calls as far as how important it is to have some type of just healthiness about yourself. You gotta start watching what you eat, what you put in your body, the fact that how you treat your body, that shit matters. It does. And you should absolutely say, man, let me take better care of myself. I went ahead and I said, let me go ahead and stop fucking around last year. Last November, me, my brother Easy, we went to the gym, we signed up, got fucking personal trainers and shit. Yeah, it's some more money that I didn't necessarily have to spend, but shit. If I ain't gonna spend the money I'm making on me, then who the fuck else should I be spending it on if it's gonna keep me here? I need my health to take care of my family. If I can't take this money and put this shit towards me to help me, man, please. That's a fucking no-brainer. That's all that is. We spend money on Jordans. We spend money on Louis. We spend money on Fendi. We spend money on all this fancy schmancy shit. We got to have the hat to match our shirt to match our shoes. We got to have 5 different colors of shoes to go with the 5 different shirts we have. And then we got to have 5 different hats to match all that shit. If I'm gonna spend my money on looking good, why the fuck wouldn't I spend my money on being healthy? Making better food choices and at least taking my punk ass to the gym at least 2 times a week. Why wouldn't I do that? And all of these motherfuckers that don't, and when your ass fuck around and you don't wake up or you catch some shit and you wind up on a ventilator, you wind up passed out, laid out, even when you got the motherfucking vaccine, then what you gonna tell yourself? It's all about doing what's best for you even when you don't want to. I don't want to fucking work out. I don't want to try to eat healthy all throughout the week. But if I want to change, if I want to improve, if I want to be here, if I want to be here for my kids, shit, the fuck? Yeah, Easy, you rich though. All your shit match. You rich though, nigga. That's different. This nigga rich. But I'm just saying, you have to be able to put yourself first in that respect to say, I need to make sure that I'm giving myself the best possible chance to be able to function, survive, and make it in this world for me and my family. That's it. So the next time a motherfucker's trying to tell you to mandate some shit, make you do some shit, whether it's the motherfucking C word or whether it's the V word or whether it's the M word, you need to ask some logical questions to say, well, what the fuck am I doing this for or giving up this right for? Because this shit won't end. Y'all do know that, right? There is no sex in the champagne room, and there is no ending of the C word. It's not going away. It's not gonna stop. It's gonna continue to do what it's been doing. And it's probably gonna be about 5 or 6 or 7 of these before it even gets to where it's not even a global crisis thing or where everybody's talking about it no more. You need to be getting this shit so that you can build up the antibodies for the herd immunity for this shit. I'm doing it the old natural way. Just saying. But I wanted to show you guys this, and this was really something that was really good. It was Ted Cruz talking about this very thing, and what he did and what he said. I really, really, really liked it. So that's why I want to show this to you real quick, and we gonna get it cracking. Matter of fact, there we go. Bam.
Lord Acton wrote a series of letters to Bishop Creighton. Letters that would echo down across the centuries. Lord Acton wrote, "I cannot accept your canon that we are to judge Pope and King unlike other men, with a favorable presumption that they did no wrong. If there is any presumption, it is the other way, against holders of power, increasing as the power increases. Historic responsibility has to make up for the want of legal responsibility. Power tends to corrupt, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Great men are almost exclusively bad men, even where they exercise influence and not authority. Still more when you superadd the tendency or the certainty of corruption by authority." Mr. President, those words were true in 1887, and they're true today. If you want to understand how power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely, look no further than the other chamber in the United States Capitol. Speaker Nancy Pelosi is drunk on power. The orders that Speaker Pelosi is issuing are abusive and unprecedented. Speaker Pelosi has decreed to members of the House of Representatives elected by the people that if you dare walk onto the floor of the House of Representatives without a mask, I, Speaker Pelosi, shall fine you. Who the hell is she to be fining members of the House? But you know what? She's not done with that. She's not done with disrespecting our Constitution, disrespecting our democratic system that elects leaders. She goes further. To the good men and women who work here in the United States Capitol, we are surrounded by men and women who have chosen to come and work for the public good. And here's what Speaker Pelosi has decreed: if you dare walk in the hallway without a mask, I, Speaker Pelosi, will arrest you. I will put you in jail. I will fine you.
And here's my thing. You're talking about somebody who is saying this is what they want to do and what they're going to do to not only fellow politicians, but to the people who work in these facilities for some shit that don't even fucking works. Do you understand that covering your face with the mask, it is only your nose and mouth area? So that means if you have an N95 mask, which is the only mask that has proven to stop the spreading of droplets coming from your mouth and nose, that if you open up your mouth and your nose and don't have that mask on, it's going to get in. But if you take it off, you expose, right? But let's say you just keep it on. You're a good steward. You're keeping it on. You don't do shit. It stays there. Perfect. If there for some reason I got to eat something, drink something, I'm walking and I take that off, boom, open for infection. If I have it and I take it off and it's in my mask, I've just released the Kraken, open for infection. If I don't have an N95 mask on and somebody is talking to me, if I have my N95 mask on, somebody is talking to me and they don't have an N95 mask, my eyes are mucous membranes and open. So you could have on one of them bullshit ass free medical masks that you get when you walk in the door of Walmart and got all of the juices coming up out of there, because those masks don't hold back the shit like the N95 do. And if I got on the N95, I done spent $4 per mask or whatever the case may be, and I got it on because the mask don't cover my eyes. Unless I got on goggles, I'm getting it anyway. I'm getting it anyway. If I have on my mask and I go and I take it off, whatever is on the outside of my mask that has come at me or tried to get at me, if I got on goggles or one of them face shields, if I touch it, I can now have the potential to infect myself anyway when I go to grab my drink, when I go to grab my lunch, when I go to pop in my throat lozenge, when I go to answer my phone, and because I got my mask on, you can't hear me well, so I pull my mask down to talk in the bathroom or I'm outside. It is not even close to being any type of, just no close to being 100% or close to 100% to where it is effective. So why would I put and mandate on someone, fine someone, arrest someone, take away their freedoms because I feel they should wear this? And I don't. Their shit is not even CDC proof. They the ones that said it. Man, the masks don't work. You can put on 2 masks. Put on 3. Wear one going this way, one flipped around that way, and hope for the best. Wash your hands. That's it.
That is an absolute and complete abuse of power. She has no authority to disrespect the men and women who work here, to threaten you with physical harm, to threaten you with imprisonment. And why does she do so? She does so for one reason: political theater.
Yep.
Mr. President, we are coming through.
And I'm going to say this. That phrase, political theater, that essentially is 90% of what the fuck goes on in Washington, D.C. Senators, congressmen, whatever, all of them. President, vice president, it's all political theater. They are putting on shows, putting on airs, making spectacles, all for theater. It's a production. It's bullshit. Do y'all realize the amount and the trillions and trillions of dollars they have just passed, and what those funds and shit? Y'all remember when Trump broke down what the bill was? How come we ain't seen that since he been in office? How come y'all ain't asking for it? How come y'all not reading to see what the real, not the real bill, but just to see how much pork is in these $1 trillion bills that they're passing? So many pet projects, so many consultations, so many consultant firms, so many fucking pet projects of these fucking politicians are being paid for by our fucking money, with this whole entire pandemic shit, talking about infrastructure, talking about pandemic relief, those 2 hot words that y'all motherfuckers hearing, and ain't nobody asking to say, well, wait, why are we spending this much money on this? And when it's all said and done, when all of these motherfuckers that y'all voted for, y'all good old the Biden administration, when they turn this shit back over and you see how much they fucked up, all you gonna do is sit there with the I ate ass face. That's all you gonna be able to do. That's all you gonna be able to do is sit back and look and say, damn, they did that, huh? Cause you motherfuckers, and I'm talking about us, you motherfuckers was the main ones ready to crucify Ice Cube. Crucify Ice Cube. Ice Cube ain't shit. Ice Cube gonna sit there and he gonna go see Trump. Ice Cube gonna go talk to Trump. That's some bullshit. Biden and them told Cube what? Oh yeah, we'll get around to it once we get through with the inauguration. That was 8 months ago. Where Cube at now? Huh? All y'all motherfuckers that voted for fucking Biden, voted for Harris, where Cube at now and his plan? Where's it at? Huh? I'll wait. All you motherfuckers talking about just give him a chance. All of the shit that's been passed, trillions and trillions of dollars been passed. Cube had a fucking plan, went to them motherfuckers, what they tell him? Fuck you right now, bro. Wait till we get into the office, then we got you. 8 months ago, ain't called this nigga, ain't said shit to this nigga. That nigga ain't heard a fucking peep, have you? And you niggas ain't said shit about it. You niggas ain't said shit about it. All you pro-black motherfuckers, all you power to the people, all you, man, we got to get the orange man out of here. Man, we got to get that clown-ass Trump. He got to go, bro. He got to go. Now, he's gone. The fuck you got to say now? And this is my problem with niggas. All they around for is the fanfare. Niggas ain't good for shit but putting on t-shirts, standing around making noise and talking a bunch of shit. When it comes time to actually do some shit, niggas are fucking ghosts. Where y'all niggas at now? Where all you niggas that had all this motherfucking shit to say about we can't wait till Trump gone? Where y'all niggas at right now? Because I'm a coon ass nigga. You already get it from me. I'm a coon ass nigga. I'm a race hater. I hate myself. All that shit fine. But I'm talking about somebody who's pro-black like Ice Cube. A nigga who got money. A nigga who got some shit and was trying to get some shit to niggas. That nigga had a plan put together. When saw Trump, Trump was like, yeah, we like it. Let's do this. Let's change this. Add this to it. And we got you. Cool. Went to go see motherfucking good old fashioned Pearls and Chucks. And if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. What they tell them? Nigga, sit down and take a number and hope we call you. And they still ain't called the nigga. And all you niggas that voted for this motherfucker, all you niggas that took your grandmamas to vote for these motherfuckers, all you niggas that fucking fucked around and cheated and voted twice for this motherfucker, you ain't getting no love. Ain't no bill been passed for you. They done passed one for them Asians, though. Huh? Them Asians got a bill. Couple of Asians got their ass whooped. Couple of Asians got killed. Bill in the fucking books. How about that? Niggas been dying by the dozens, nigga, a weekend. What? Not a motherfucking thing. What about when Cardi B was like, yeah, we shouldn't have to pay for school, Joe Biden? What he finally come out and say, man, I can't do that shit. But when that bitch was talking about it, though, she was representing you niggas. Yeah, Cardi talking to Trump for us. That's what's up. Hell yeah, Joe. Anybody can do this shit. Right. What happened to that shit, though? That nigga didn't even take $10 off your motherfucking student loans, did he? Hell no. He steady motherfucking closing pipelines, though, ain't he? He done raised that gas up for your ass. Y'all do see that, right? Gas is sure enough $1 higher this year than it was last year. So there you go. How about that? We pay more for gas. That's a good thing, ain't it? We paying more for food now. That's a good thing, ain't it? Huh? This just what you niggas wanted, ain't it? Just what you niggas wanted. Oh, wait, you right. I'm sorry. I stand corrected. Miss Lady Sunday, I stand corrected. Thank you so much. You got Juneteenth. Oh, wait, but you punk ass niggas didn't even ask for that. Y'all didn't even ask for that. And you got that shit. You got Juneteenth. You didn't even ask for it. And they said, here, nigga, take this. It's another day for you to barbecue. Another day for you to shoot each other. And you ain't got to take your black ass to work on Monday. How about that? Huh? But ain't no niggas mad in the streets over that. Ain't no niggas marching up and down Washington for that. Ain't nobody asking, hey, Biden, how come you ain't talked to Cube? That ain't on none of you niggas' social media pages, is it? But all you niggas talking about, yeah, Trump got to go, man. Fuck that shit, Joe. He a racist. Well, what is your good old new regime did for you now? Plenty of businesses still closed. They going after the niggas who even got PPP loans. So they ain't even letting you niggas have that. So what they doing for you? But I can sure enough point out the shit they doing to you. Huh? Huh? Billions of dollars, trillions of dollars going everywhere but to the black community. How about that? Where the fuck is Patrice Carden Colors at? Still Carden Colors? When's the last time you even heard of or seen Black Lives Matter? $200 million? Gone. Niggas have disappeared, literally. When's the last time you seen a Black Lives Matter t-shirt? A Black Lives Matter banner? A Black Lives Matter on a basketball court, on a football field? Any of that shit? Gone. Yep. They was walking up and down neighborhoods talking about, this used to be a black neighborhood. You need to leave and get up out of here. Oh, okay. That shit was cool back then, but now, motherfuckers gone. Ain't got shit to tell you niggas. Ain't got shit for you niggas. Left outside, all alone, in the cold, fending for yourselves. But all you motherfuckers went and voted, didn't you?
A very difficult year and a half. Our nation and the world has endured a pandemic. We have collectively taken extraordinary steps to defeat this pandemic. And we are coming out on the other side. We saw our nation, we saw the private sector come together with remarkable inventiveness and produce vaccines in record times. And we have seen hundreds of millions of people getting those vaccines. We are in the process of beating this pandemic. Not too long ago, the CDC recognized what was obvious then and is obvious now. Vaccines work. And if you're vaccinated, you don't need to wear a mask. The CDC issued that ruling, and I remember that day well. You know, I had been vaccinated a couple of months before then, and after allowing the time for the vaccine to become effective, I decided I was going to stop wearing a mask. Why is that? Because vaccines work, because I believe in science. So I stopped wearing a mask. And there were a handful of senators in the Senate floor who'd been vaccinated, who stopped wearing masks. Then the CDC, like the Oracle of Delphi, issued its proclamation. Hold on to your seats now. The CDC said vaccines work. that if you're vaccinated, you don't need a mask. And it was truly miraculous in this chamber watching what occurred. As within days, every senator in the chamber began removing their masks. One after the other, not just Republicans, Democrats too. We all had our masks off. And Mr. President, I ask you, the day before the oracle of Fauci spoke, did vaccines not work? Did science not operate? No, it was obvious then, and it was obvious on the day that the oracle of the CDC spoke, that vaccines work, which is why every Democrat took their masks off. But fast forward to this week. The CDC issues a new proclamation. Apparently, according to the CDC, vaccines don't work anymore. That science thing, inoperative. We got more important things to worry about, like politics. As an aside, Mr. President.
And that is my problem. Have you not noticed and acknowledged and are willing to acknowledge the fact that the CDC has taken science, put it up on the shelf, and now they're playing politics too? That's what all of the inconsistency, all of the changing and all that shit, it is all for politics. They're not coming back. The CDC ain't came back not one time and said we got the science wrong. They ain't came back not one time and says, yes, our scientists made some incorrect calculations and what they said to be true 6 months ago is not correct. That is not what they've done. They've literally blown whichever way the wind has blown and said, yep, this is what it is now. Oh, okay, well, we're on this side. Okay, yep, this is what it is now. Yep, well, this is what it is now. They are not talking from science. They are literally going off of whatever the politicians are telling them. This is what we need to have happen. We got to get mask sales got to go up. We have got to get motherfucking mask sales to go up, so y'all need to tell people to wear masks again. Okay, gotcha. That's all they're doing. That's all they're doing. And these are the motherfuckers that are supposed to be the scientists. Everything that they should be saying should be based in scientific fact, not hypothesis. Fact. They should be the ones coming out and saying, no, you can't get it this way. Yes, you can get it this way. It's a scientific fact. They're playing fucking games, and everybody that's listening to the ones just what they said. Have y'all seen the fact that the CDC got a fucking a section on their website talking about zombie apocalypse? What the fuck does that mean? Where's the science in that? And here's what's fucked up. If any other scientists come along with scientific fact disputing or debunking their fucking recommendations, not fact, their recommendations, instantly shut down. Can't say nothing about them. Can't say nothing to them. They fucking untouchable. Them and the fucking WHO. They get to say and do whatever the fuck they want, and if you say anything against what they're saying, your ass is out. Shutting you down, deleting your posts, we'll give you a warning, we'll kick your ass off. That's what we're doing. Shit's insane. Shit is insane. Oh, you ain't seen it, Amanda? Well, let me show you, man. Let me show y'all this bullshit. Y'all see the link, right? CDC.gov. Zombie preparedness. of shit is that? Do y'all see this shit? Whole fucking section. Shit is insane. And nobody's saying, hey man, what the fuck is this? Y'all just going along with that shit. I'll click right on past this. Oh, no, I don't want to look at this. No, I ain't looking at this. This shit crazy. This is all supposed to be about fucking a public health emergency is an event where that can cause harm to a person's health or to the health community. These events can happen at any time, anywhere, and include outbreaks, accidental releases of industrial chemicals, intentional acts with biological, chemical, radiological, or nuclear agents, natural disasters such as tornadoes, flood. Shit don't say shit about no goddamn zombie apocalypse or zombie preparedness, but sure enough, they got that shit on here. Right there. Man, please. Zombie preparedness blog. And this is the motherfucker I'm supposed to just take serious? This is the motherfucker that I'm just supposed to take whatever they tell me. I'm supposed to just be like, yep, okay. Now, I'm a motherfucker that say, hey, maybe there could be a motherfucking zombie apocalypse. That's why I need 15,000 rounds. So I guess. But this is what we got somebody at. This is actually on the government website. However, if another scientist says anything that is contradictory to what they're saying, and they have scientific fact to prove it, they tell them that that's not true. It's fact checked and based on the community guidelines, you have been stricken down and this content has been removed. And if you continue to do so, you will lose access to this account, and that's it. I'm telling you, man. I'm gonna watch a few more minutes of this.
Has there ever been an institution in American public life that has more discredited itself more rapidly than the CDC?
Exactly.
A year and a half ago, the CDC was one of the most respected medical and scientific organizations on the face of the planet.
Yep.
Today, the CDC has willingly allowed itself to be politicized, to behave as an arm of the DNC. And their credibility is in tatters. It is a joke. We have seen the emails from Dr. Fauci where he said in the midst of the pandemic, masks don't work, they're not effective, people shouldn't use them. Then we saw him say, oh, no, masks work, but I lied to the American people when I said they didn't work because I didn't want them to wear masks because I wanted first responders to get them. Now pause for a second and think, what the heck is a scientific leader doing lying to the American people supposedly for our own good?
Now that right there is all fact. Factual evidence supported by emails from Fauci himself to support what it is he's saying. It ain't no bullshit. It ain't no Trump trickery. It ain't no magic. It ain't no, oh, they lying or they just saying anything. Factual evidence showed that exact thing what he is saying took place. Fauci said the exact same shit in emails. Those exact words. You tell me then what we should be saying as people. When somebody comes and tell us, yeah, it's a mandate, you mandatory got to wear this. You tell me what we should be saying then.
The willingness to twist facts to meet political expediency has been stunning.
Shout out to Miriam Rimmo.
CDC's ruling this week is not accompanied by any data. They did not roll out studies. They
Shout
did
out to
not
Keith
roll out
Rowland, hit me
facts.
with $5.
They did not say suddenly vaccines aren't
And
working.
shout out to my
Instead,
bro
they just
Bolo, hit
said,
me with $2.
trust us. We have double super secret studies that we're not going to tell you based on double secret super data that we're not going to show you. But trust us because we behave like political hacks and obey us anyway. And by the way, the
Shout out
CDC
to
plays an
Christy
interesting
Meadows,
little
hit
game.
your boy with $10. Appreciate you.
CDC says these are recommendations. These are just recommendations. And then their faithful little foot soldiers, the Democratic office holders, come in and make those recommendations mandates. There's no one more willing to do so than Speaker Pelosi. And then, by the way, the local government Democrats that mandate you must obey the CDC, they throw their hands up and say, hey, we're just following the CDC. And the CDC says, hey, we're just making recommendations. And no one's accountable for anything.
Yep.
This makes no sense.
They're just making recommendations. They're just making recommendations? What does that mean? It's like, man, come on. The truth, the Search for Truth said, had my channel taken down live for telling truth just now. I'm telling you, man. You have to be looking at this and saying, okay, why are they doing this? What is what is the final frontier with this shit? Where are they trying to get to? And it all comes down to ruling with an iron fist. It's power. Do what I say and shut up. This that North Korea shit. This that China shit. This that Russia shit. Do what the fuck we say or we gonna come fuck your ass up. So when you hear motherfuckers talking about we gotta get these guns, damn right we're coming for your guns, that's the only thing that will keep this shit level. That's exactly why I think the way I think and why I'm pro 2A like I am. Because a motherfucker that's trying to just tell you what the fuck to do just because they think they can tell you what the fuck to do will do anything to you. They think they better than you. They think they smarter than you. They think that they are the elite. They think they are better. They look down on you over their nose like, yeah, you ain't shit. I got more money than you. I got more power than you. I'm an elected official. Do what I say. Why wouldn't they take your gun and then have complete power over you?
One of the things the CDC rolled out this week is an edict that in schools, everybody must be masked. Child, adult, doesn't matter if you're vaccinated, doesn't matter. You must wear a mask. Why? Who knows? Not based on science, not based on medicine. This virus has been unusual. We've seen in certain populations, COVID-19 can be profoundly deadly. If you're very elderly, if you have serious comorbidities, this virus can and has been deadly. But we've also seen among children that the odds of children getting seriously ill from COVID-19 are extremely low.
Was that the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man that walked through there? God damn.
This virus has been unusual. We've seen in certain populations, COVID-19 can be profoundly deadly. If you're very elderly, if you have serious comorbidities, this virus can and has been deadly. But we've also seen among children that the odds of children getting seriously ill from COVID-19 are extremely low.
She'd never heard us.
We've seen that children have not proven to be a meaningful vector in the spread of this disease. The science doesn't support special rules for schools. But you know what does? The politics. Because the teachers' union bosses came to the CDC and said, we want this rule in place.
Yep.
And the partisan enforcers at the CDC said, Ma'am, yes, ma'am. We will issue the order demanded by the union bosses. Mr. President, give me any plausible argument that that is science, that that is medicine, that that is anything but rank politics. If a Democratic politician wants to say, we're going to obey the union bosses, fine, that's their prerogative to do so, and they can be held accountable by the voters. But the CDC is supposed to be following science.
Exactly.
This is an abuse of power. Let me point out my view. I think we should not have government mandates concerning COVID-19.
Exactly.
There should be no vaccine mandates. Joe Biden wants to mandate federal employees must get the vaccine. Who the heck is the federal government to tell people they must stick a needle in their arm and inject themselves with a vaccine? We should have no vaccine mandates. We should have no mask mandates. We should have no vaccine passports. And let me be clear. I'm someone who believes in vaccines. I've been vaccinated. Heidi's been vaccinated. My parents have been vaccinated. Heidi's parents have been vaccinated. But I also believe in individual choice. I believe in freedom. I believe in responsibility. It's your choice if you want to get vaccinated.
Exactly.
It's not some drunk on power Democrat in Washington's choice to force you to do it. Doesn't anyone in the Democratic Party believe in medical autonomy? Doesn't anyone in the Democratic Party believe in medical privacy? Or are you so willing to exert power that it doesn't matter what the people say?
And here's why I'm really on this. Because like I said earlier, if this is the inch that is given, then the foot and the mile will already be so much easier to take. Because this is something that ain't a one-time thing. Y'all do realize that, right? Ask yourself, how often does the flu shot come about? Once a year, right? Yep. Well, this has already proven to be far more faster evolving than the flu shot, than the flu. So this is mutating faster than the flu. So we're just now getting through with vaccination from the first variant. Now we're moving into vaccination for the second. And if it's coming twice a year, that's mandatory vaccinations twice a year. You tell me how much of this shit you want to pump into your system twice a year. Because it's mandated. Go ahead. To all of you people that are like, this isn't a violation of your freedom, this is just something we all need to do. Well, once they start, you're not gonna stop. And this is gonna be mandatory every couple of 6 months or so. You'll be getting the same thing, a different variant of it, every 6 to 8 months. Mandatory. Ain't no freedoms you get to enjoy. You can't go here, can't go there. I saw my brother put on there saying on his Facebook about, man, if they put mandates on these planes and you had to get their shot for them planes, I bet you everybody get them in. Yeah, but then what happens after that? When it ain't just the planes. Now it's the train. Now it's the bus. Now it's the restaurant. Now it's the stadium. Now it's the grocery store. Now it's the liquor store. Now it's the movie theater. It won't stop. It's like Diddy. Take that, take that. Can't stop, won't stop. And you motherfuckers ain't gonna know what's in this shit. And you motherfuckers ain't gonna know what this shit is doing to you. But you will know one thing. You can't go nowhere. You can't buy nothing. You can't have nothing. You can't go do nothing unless you got it. And if y'all think that that's okay, then if they do it and you support it, you deserve to get whatever you got coming to you. And that's exactly how I feel about that shit. We've got to get to a point to where if you think that it's okay to be a fucking yes man and to just do what somebody telling you and you don't know what the fuck they telling you to do, you just doing it because they said so, because you don't want to think, you don't want to ask questions, you don't want to research, you don't want to be responsible, you don't want to be held accountable, then you deserve whatever it is that you do get. I ain't gonna even go into the whole biblical aspect of it, talking about it's the mark of the beast and all that, because the thing is, it's the beginning. Once you start pulling at the very fabric of freedom, you pull at that thread, it will unravel the entire tapestry. Because what's gonna happen is, okay, cool, everybody got mandatory vaccinations. How you gonna know? We all gonna have vaccination cards. Okay, so everybody got a vaccination card? Yep, everybody got a vaccination card. Okay, well, if everybody's getting vaccinated and they putting all this data into the system, then how can we just find out if you got it? Well, we could just put something on your driver's license. Okay, well, if you got all your shit and you're active on your driver's license, once you run your driver's license, you swipe it, it'll let you know if your vaccines are up to date. Great. Okay, well, what about if we made it a lot easier? It'll be so much faster if we could just have like a little small chip that you can just scan and it'll just show you that. When you go get vaccinated, they scan the chip. It's only your chip. It's written to you. It's a hexadecimal chip, so that means it's unique to the person. Then you just scan it and you'll know what you got, what you need to get, and it's so much faster. Then when you go into these restaurants, you just hold your wrist up and just go by and boop. Just like how you do your phone. When you go pay. Boop. Oh, so it's like the same thing. You get your own app at first. Then once you go into your app, it'll tell you where you can go. You can go use the app, tell you where to go, to do your shit, to get your thing scanned. You scan your own wrist, with your little chip in there, boop, put you in the queue, then you go ahead and get it done. So every 6 months when you go get your shot, you just keep going to the different places that you want to go, wherever you're at, and you just get your shot done. When you go get on the plane, all you got to do is just walk up, boop, right there when they scan your ticket, you go ahead and do it. It's that simple. Yeah, it's way easier to do it that way, bro. Sure is. That's the shit that motherfuckers don't want to acknowledge. That's the shit that motherfuckers are scared to think about. That's the kind of shit that you motherfuckers think is cool and it's all good. But then when the shit really do go left and a motherfucker find your ass and you ain't trying to be found, then you like, oh shit. Yeah, nigga, you ran that stop sign. We saw you run it because the damn chip in your arm went off when you ran it. $300 ticket. What? Yeah, nigga, we know your ass. We know your ass was over here because we found your chip showed you running at motherfucking such and such. Your heart rate was at 185/22, and you was motherfucking running from this motherfucker. That's how we know you did it. What? Do you see how much shit this watch will tell you about yourself? What you doing? It knows when you taking steps. It knows when you washing your hands. It knows when you motherfucking are doing a row exercise. It knows when you're doing a motherfucking jumping jack. It knows when you doing all this other shit. You think this shit won't get to that point? You a goddamn fool.
You know, one of the great ironies of the CDC's order, it will decrease the rate of vaccination in the United States. The CDC is telling America, hey, this vaccine stuff doesn't work very well. Because, you know, if you get a vaccine, doesn't matter, you got to put the same mask on, you got to behave exactly the same. When the CDC rightly said, if you're vaccinated, take your mask off. It encouraged people to get vaccinated. Hey, I want to take my mask off. Hey, I want to live my life. I want to go back to doing things that I like to do. And let me point out one particularly ridiculous argument. This week, one of the commentators on one of the news networks said anyone, and I'm paraphrasing here, but I'm paraphrasing pretty closely, anyone who isn't vaccinated is arrogant and rude and inconsiderate. And I want to point out how imbecilic that argument is. So let's go back to this thing called science, which actually works. So here's the science. If you've been vaccinated, the odds of your getting COVID-19 are exceptionally low, depending on which vaccine you got. The percentages vary, but let's say on the order of 3 to 5%. And even if you do get COVID-19, the odds of your getting a serious case of COVID-19, a case of COVID-19 resulting in hospitalization or death, are extremely low. This vaccine has been very, very successful.
Now, that's until the Delta variant got out and about and started kicking ass. And that's when they said, on the contrary, those that have been vaccinated are now super spreaders of the Delta variant. Isn't that something? Isn't that something?
If you understand that basic fact, then the next fact follows from it. If someone is unvaccinated and has COVID, they are little to no threat to someone who is vaccinated. If you've gotten your vaccine, you ought to be fine. The odds are very low that you're at jeopardy. Now, could someone who's unvaccinated give COVID to someone else who's unvaccinated? Absolutely. That's a very real risk. That's why we're encouraging people to get vaccinated.
And here's the thing. If it works, it wouldn't matter then, would it? Only those who have not gotten it would be the ones at risk, which, hey, who gives a shit about the people who don't get the flu shot? Who gave a shit? Y'all tell me, who gave a shit about people who didn't get the flu shot? Hundreds of thousands of people, tens of thousands of people would go every year, go to Walgreens, go to CVS, get the flu shot. It was free, no problem. And other motherfuckers would get the flu, and they'd be like, ooh, damn, I got the flu shot, I'm straight. Seen it plenty of times. People would ask me, you get the flu shot? No, I'm good, bro. If I get it, I'll beat it. I've been beating it. Before there was a flu shot, motherfucker, I was beating it. I'm good. Just like with this shit. I'll beat it. And I did. I'm good. I'm fine. I don't want it. All these other people, you get it, great. Why do you want me to have it? It shouldn't have any bearing on you or your life. Go ahead, man. Live your life. And just like when you got somebody like Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I'm telling you right now, y'all say what the fuck y'all want to say. Arnold Schwarzenegger, like most celebrities, are not very educated. He's an old, has been, I done did my own shit in life, had my career. I don't give a fuck at the fact that he was the governor. You the same motherfucker who's over 50-something years old and still have no command of the English language. You still sound like you in fucking commando. I don't give a shit what he say about screw your freedoms. Shut the fuck up. Dude, you ain't even a fucking American. Fuck that. You a foreigner. You from wherever the fuck you from, fine. We don't live like that here. Nigga, you got over here when you was a fucking teenager. Fuck wrong with you? Fuck everybody's listening to Arnold fucking Schwarzenegger. Please tell me or show me the just genius moment that this motherfucker has had. I'll wait. Please tell me and show me just the countless, I'm talking about just ingenious moments Arnold Schwarzenegger's had. This dude has not ever had a moment where he be like, God damn, I didn't realize how smart Arnold Schwarzenegger is. Like, and I'm not saying, I'm not knocking actors, just like the chick who's the chick who's a real, she's an actress and she's a neuroscientist. She's like really a fucking scientist. That woman is smart. She was on the oh shit, what's the show with the nerds on it? With the dude Sheldon on it. She's on that show. I can't think of her name. Oh my God. God damn it. Somebody will think about it. Yes, the chick who plays Blossom. Big Bang Theory. Yes. Mayim Bialik. That bitch is an actual scientist. Educated. Very smart. She's like really a smart fucking person. If she was talking about some shit, I'd be inclined to at least listen to her. Not saying that I'm gonna do it, but I'm at least hear that motherfucker. Yeah, she's an actress, but this bitch done went to school. What the fuck has Arnold Schwarzenegger done or said that's been any more profound than get to the chopper, give those people air, you got what you want, Cohagen, see you at the party, Victor, I'll be back, come with me if you want to live. And what the fuck else has this dumbass said? I have detailed files. Why do your eyes do that? There's still one chip left. I mean, seriously? Seriously? That's all this motherfucker has ever said. Correct me if I'm wrong. See you at the party, Victor. I'll be back. Get to the chopper. Screw you. You got what you want, Cohagen. Give those people ear. Ah, yeah. Ah, ah. Even in True Lies. Come on, baby. This nigga, man. Look. Now, Leon did now. He couldn't even do the little scene where he was in there with Jamie Lee Curtis. He had to get another nigga to record that. No, your name is Boris. No, Doris. I didn't even watch Kindergarten Cop, so I know he said something stupid in that too. This nigga has not had one single film where he had true, meaningful dialogue. Not fucking one. I'm gonna say that shit right now off top. Now, has he done some great movies? Abso-fucking-lutely-tootly. True Lies is one of my favorite fucking movies. But I guarantee you, it ain't that fucking dialogue. And these are motherfuckers who write for his ass. You can't write shit for this motherfucker to say that's just impactful. Like, oh yeah, this gonna be some sweet shit. Oh, when you say this, man, people gonna fucking love it. He can't even do that. One-liners. Surf's up. Ha ha. Hey, stick around. Oh, you should have ducked. This motherfucker said Conan, right? What the fuck did he even say in Conan? All I remember that stupid motherfucker saying, I'm looking for two snakes that are butting like this. One of the dumbest fucking, I'm talking straight actors ever. Built like a fucking rock? Yup. But as far as being able to act, man, get the fuck out of here. His best role was him acting like a fucking robot. Plain and simple. Stop me when I'm lying. That's his best role, was him playing as a fucking robot. I'm in California. You don't even know how to say California, you stupid motherfucker. Keep pressing your weights and shut the fuck up. This is the great state of California. That dude, best role was him playing a robot. I don't need to say nothing else. So when you got somebody like him saying, oh, you're a schmuck. Oh, ha, ha, ha. No, motherfucker, you're a schmuck. You're a fucking schmuck. I could say your lines from your movie better than you son of a bitch. What about Predator? He wasn't talking in that. If it wasn't for Carl Weathers, motherfucker, even Billy had a better line in that movie than he did. Billy, you ain't scared. You ain't afraid of no man. There ain't no man that's out there. We all gonna die. I was like, God damn, Billy said that? We got to go. That dude has not ever, no, I mean never, no, I mean never, ever, 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 never, ever said anything in his own movies that's like, oh man, that shit was cold. Oh man, that shit was off the chain. Never, ever. And when you go back and you laugh, I know it's fucked up because you're listening to me say it. Go back and look. Watch his movies. If my brother Easy still in here, still in the chat, he's a huge Arnold Schwarzenegger fan. That nigga done seen Terminator. He done seen everything Schwarzenegger has been in. And he'll tell you the same thing. That nigga has not said shit in his fucking own movies, let alone some type of fucking life advice for the American people. I don't give a fuck what he say. He's the last person we need to listen to. Just like fucking Cardi B, last person we need to be listening to. So just because some fucking politicians decide to put a motherfucker's some fucking celebrity up in front of us, or just because some fucking social media app want to make some fucking celebrity fucking post go viral, we need to look at that shit and be like, hold on, wait, let's consider the source here. What the fuck does Cardi B really know about life? Stripping, drugging niggas and robbing them, and talking about her pussy? Sounds like a hoe to me. Okay, who's next? I don't give a fuck if this bitch got money or not. She's not a fucking considerable source. Then you got somebody like Thomas Sowell, who you try to ask, oh, I don't know who that is, bro. Who's that? Right. Go for motherfuckers.
But you know what? The person who's unvaccinated, it's their damn choice. We don't have to be a nanny state making decisions for everybody else. I got to tell you, in my family, my dad didn't want to get vaccinated. My father, like the presiding officer right now, is a pastor. My dad is 82. When I got vaccinated, I called him. I said, Dad, I want you to get vaccinated. He said, no, I don't want to. I don't trust it. It's new. I don't know. I don't want to. I spent about a month trying to convince my dad to get vaccinated.
And please click that like button while y'all watching this, man. Get them likes up.
For those of y'all who know my dad, you know exactly that is the case. But ultimately, I told my dad, I said, look, you've been largely staying home during this pandemic. You want to get out. You want to be preaching in churches again. You want to be traveling. You want to be with people. Get the vaccine and you'll have the freedom to go do that. And you know what? He did. And he did. He's now back in the pulpit. He's back preaching. He has freedom again. That was his choice. Why don't Democrats believe in individual choice anymore? Why did Democrats believe they could abuse power? And let me be clear. Nancy Pelosi is telling someone who is an employee of the House, if you're vaccinated and you don't wear your mask, she will arrest you and throw you in jail. How dare she? That is an abuse of power. And I'll tell you, the American people are watching this political theater play out in Washington, and they understand what's coming next. They understand the same CDC that said, even though there's no science to back it up, even though there's no data to back it up, because the teachers' union bosses want masks for everyone in schools, will decree it, they understand the risk of what's coming next is that authoritarian statist Democrats will order more shutdowns. Will order businesses shut down. Will order schools shut down. Will order churches shut down.
And here's the thing, and I'm going to end it with, well, you know what? I'm going to end it with this. The reason why they are with this shit is because the fucking politicians, ain't none of them suffering. Local politicians, federal politicians, they don't suffer from this. The billionaires, the rich folks, the people who got money, they can weather these shutdowns. The thing is, just because y'all see right now the initial relief that y'all getting, $500 here, $600 there, we'll give you a couple of $100 here for this, we'll give you a few $100, we'll put a moratorium on evictions. That's all short term. The economy will not be able to sustain what we've done the last 2 years. It won't. It won't make it. And what that means is they are oh, my man Michael Parkinson. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you joining. You are now on a new level.
I'm on a new level. I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm on a new level. I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm on a new level. I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm on a new level. I'm on a new.
That's what's up. The economy won't sustain it. It won't last. And what's going to happen is they're going to give as much as they can because they got so much that they're getting now with their pet projects being funded, with all of the consultation fees and stuff like that, that their businesses will be able to get, all of the people that they've hooked up to come on as consultants and give them kickbacks and all that shit. They're all getting that money now, so it's cool. Oh, the Bronx, she done signed up too. You on a new level.
I'm on a new level. I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm on a new level. I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm on a new level. I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm on a new level. I'm on a new.
That's what's up. These people that are getting all of this money now, it's for a limited time only. It's like the McRib. The shit is gonna be here just for a few months, few years, whatever the case may be. Then that's it. And when that's it, oh, that's it. It's gonna be cut off. And the people who are gonna feel it first and the worst, hear me, the people who will feel this shit first and the worst, they will be those people that are working, that are not on public assistance, and those people that are in the middle class. So everybody that's making more than $8,000 a year, or what is it, $12,000 a year, something like that, to be on public aid. If you make less than $10,000 a year, then yeah, I think it's $10,000 a year. Everything else from there, all the way up to your to your 6 figures, those people are gonna feel it the worst, because those people are gonna be the ones that's gonna lose the jobs. The companies are gonna close, the restaurants are gonna close, they won't be able to sustain it. They're gonna be damn near all but gone. And we will be the ones left, barely making it. And what's gonna happen then? It's gonna be a high level of crime. Soon as the jobs go, the criminal element sets in. People ain't gonna do nothing but get high, get on drugs, sell drugs, use drugs, deal drugs, and rob, kill, and steal. That's what happens when your fucking country begins to go broke. And what's gonna happen is these motherfuckers are gonna sit back and they gonna wonder what we gonna do. Well, we don't know. We tried our best to do this, but the pandemic just shut us all down. All we could do now is moving to like a socialistic type of thing. We get into this socialism where everybody just kicks in a certain amount and it'll try to hold us. But we won't be able to sustain any type of economy if we keep going this way. The economy requires everybody to do their part as far as making shit, working for shit, buying shit, selling shit. You gotta go to work. You gotta spend your money. You gotta make something. You gotta sell something so I can buy something. You have to do that. And when these prices of all this shit starts going through the roof and people can't afford it, you're gonna be like, God damn, man, milk is $8 a gallon? Yeah, nigga. Yeah, nigga. So I'm telling you, when you got somebody like fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger calling you a fucking schmuck, you should feel fucking pissed off. You should be fucking, and you should be so fucking pissed because you got somebody talking that kind of shit to you and they don't live your life at all. Because when he want to, he can charter him a fucking jet. He ain't got to wear no mask. When he want to, he can stay in his fucking mansion and he can walk around with no mask. When he want to, he ain't got to get up and go no goddamn where. Any and everything he want can be brought right to him. When he hops in his fucking Ferrari or his fucking Mercedes, he don't have to wear a mask in there. That's the biggest difference. So when you got these motherfucking celebrities trying to tell you shit, you should be offended. Don't try to tell me what the fuck I am and what the fuck kind of person I am. Man, you don't even know me. If I saw you on the street, you wouldn't even speak to me. But yet and still you telling me I'm a schmuck because I didn't go do what you think I should do. Man, please, learn how to say California first before you come tell me anything. I hope that people can really look at this and see this as an opportunity to start looking at facts, asking questions that make sense, and yes, follow the science. Follow the science. What you already scientifically can find out about viruses, apply it. And tell me what you think. And I'll end it with this. Just because you don't know, it's not an excuse. And when you start giving up your freedoms, when you start giving up your rights, trust and believe you will never get them back. No country has ever done it. No country has ever done it. No country has ever done it. So I'm telling you right now, you better be careful what you want to let your friends in New York, not in New York, in Washington, D.C. decide for what's best for you and your family. You better be careful what you're willing to sign off on to say what's best and who knows best for what you and your family are going to do every day. You better be careful. I want to thank everybody for checking out the show. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate each and every last one of you. I love you guys so much. I hope y'all have a good night. Please continue to click the subscribe button, click the share button. Let me know your thoughts. And if you're going to comment on this show, use some fucking facts, use some fucking thought, and don't just say one-liners, please. Because this is a conversation that I'm trying to have and that I'm trying to get other people to have just so that we can actually have a true understanding as opposed to just listening to hot words, hot phrases. Let's follow some science and let's find out what actually makes sense and do what's best for everyone. And just because it's best for you don't mean it's best for me. If you want it, go get it. If I don't want it, I should have the right not to get it. Leave me alone, politics. How about that? Don't fuck with me, politics. How about that? Do your thing, politics. How about that? Thank you guys so much. Y'all have a good night. Peace, and I'm out.
What's going on, everybody out there in the internet world? It's me, Brian Redmond, also known as the Relationship Rehab. And I need you to do two things. What are those two things? Subscribing to both my channels. I need you to go to the Relationship Rehab, subscribe to that channel, and then I need you to go to United Guns of America and go to that channel. Now you may be asking, why would I do that, Brian? Because it's two of the hottest channels on the internet. Come over there, give me your thoughts, give me your opinions, have conversations, because that's what it's all about. We talk about some of everything: politics, relationships, guns, law enforcement, community stuff, anything that's happening. I'm willing to have a conversation about it, so come on over. You don't got nothing else to lose, and you ain't got nothing else to do. So come to my channel, subscribe ASAP, and join in on the fun. Twice the entertainment, 2 channels, twice the fun. Come on and have a funky good time with your boy. Peace, and I'm out.